everyone, I'm Niharika. Today we're going to talk about British slangs. Now we all know there are several slangs originated from different countries, but today we're going to look at the most common slangs used by the Brits. Now make sure you don't use these slangs professionally, especially when you're talking to your boss, to your colleagues, or to the elders. Of course, you can use it with your friends and family. So let's see what we have for you today. The first slang that we have for you is balls up. Now balls up sounds a little funny, but what exactly it means is a messy situation. You know, a situation where everything is just going wrong, it's a lot of confusion. So this means that you are in a very messed up situation, okay? Now at times, you know, if you're going for a trip and everything just goes wrong, like your flights are delayed, you don't get the same car that you wanted, you lose your baggage. So basically everything is just so messed up. So you can use this phrase saying the whole trip was balls up, right? So let's have a look at the second one. The next one that we have is gobby. Now what does gobby mean? Well, gobby is a person who is extremely loudmouthed, can be really offensive, can use real cheap, vulgar language. For example, I have a sentence for you that is, my neighbor can be a little gobby at times. Now, why am I saying this? Because my neighbor can get really offensive at times, uses cheap, vulgar language. So that's the phrase that you can use the next time you come across such kind of a person. That we have for you is legless. Legless means completely sloshed, completely drunk. For example, if you have to use this slang in a sentence, you would say, at the bachelor party, John was completely legless. Now this means that John possibly drank too much of alcohol and he was so drunk that he was completely legless. For you is knackered. Knackered means being tired and extremely exhausted. If you have to use it in a sentence, you can say, after working all night long, I am so knackered. So this means maybe you had too much of work and you worked all night long, and that's exactly the reason you feel so exhausted and you use that I am knackered. That we have for you is rumpy-pumpy. Now rumpy-pumpy is the naughty act. It's the act of sexual intercourse. So the next time the husbands want to get naughty and mischievous with their wives, they can use this saying that let's get rumpy-pumpy tonight. And trust me, 99% of the women would say, oh, get off, I'm completely knackered. One that we have is miffed. Now miffed means at times when you feel extremely annoyed and you're really mad at someone because the person maybe offended you, then you can use miffed. For example, you can say that my friends made fun of me and I am a little miffed. So this means that maybe your friends kind of made fun of you and you feel really offended and annoyed right now, and that's why you use the slang miffed. The seventh one that we have for you is minted. Now minted means to be wealthy, to be extremely rich. Well, I would love to be rich. Now you can use this in a sentence saying, after he started his new business, he's been minting a lot of money. So this means that maybe he started a new business and it's doing so well that he's been making a lot of money. The next is tosh. Now what does tosh mean? Well, some things or some situations can be really funny or foolish or total nonsense, like it doesn't make any sense to you. So that's when you can use the slang tosh. For example, you can say that the politics are complete tosh. Now, if you think that politics do not make sense to you, then you can use this. The other one is collywobbles. Now, at times, this weird, uneasy feeling in your stomach, the intense nervousness that you feel, you can use the slang collywobbles. For example, if you're extremely nervous before you are presenting something, or maybe you're going for a meeting or for some presentation, then you can use this. You can say, "Oh my God, I feel collywobbles because I have to present this report to my boss." So this means that you're extremely nervous, you have these butterflies in your stomach, and that's why you are using this. The last one that I have for you is wazok. Wazok means a person who can be really foolish, completely stupid and silly. I'm sure we all have friends who at times do not make sense whenever they open their mouth, or they can be really foolish and silly at times, isn't it? So that's when you can say that, "Oh my God, my friend is a complete wazok," isn't it? So this means that your friend is completely crazy. Alright? That brings me to the end of this lesson. Hope this lesson is useful for you and you can use these fun slangs with your friends and your family. Make sure you don't use it with your colleagues or your boss, right? Till then, you take care and I'll be back with a new lesson soon.